Welcome to my Christmas special for you. I would like to share with you this afternoon Gullah story, how we celebrated Christmas when I was a little girl. Christmas was a very special time of the year for us because see why it was so special for us because that was the only time of the year that our parents could afford to buy us toys to play with. All the other time of the year, we made do with what we had. Girls would go and pull up those big grass out of the dirt, wash the root of it, and then made grass dolls out of it, made clothes to put on it. Boys would go and they would shoot marble that they had all year long, made this little slingshot, homemade slingshot that they would play with all year long. So for the Gullah children, Christmas was a treat for them because they only received toys during Christmas time. And the numbers that they got was no more than two. My mother would work when she came from work during the month of December. Each week she would bring home a big giant bag of fruits. Either was apple or orange that she would bring. And she would tell my brothers to make sure that you all meet me at the head of the road when my ride put me off so that y'all can bring the fruit home. And they would make sure that they were there to meet mother at the end of the road. And so she was getting prepared, and all the other ladies in the community did the same thing. They would bring fruits all during the month of December, getting everything ready for Christmas celebration, the Gullah way. She would start baking her cakes, and when she baked her cake, she would bake her cake like every other night, and she would have everything put aside, the cake the last week before Santa Claus was to come. She would make sure that you could smell the aroma in the kitchen each night she come in from work. She was a very hard-working lady. So I can always remember right there as she mixing the cake, waiting until she put the batter in the pan, my brother and myself, waiting so that we could take the spoon and we call it lick the pan, taking out the rest of the batter, and we were eating it. So it was such a joyous occasion for us. But the excitement came when we had to go to bed. Soon as darkness set in, and we would seem like we would be sleeping forever. And we would wake up and we could hear the noise in the kitchen. Mama was still up, Daddy was up talking, and we said, Mama, Mama, did Santa Claus come yet? Daddy would say, no, children, Santa Claus has not come yet. Now y'all need to go back to sleep because if he come and catch you, he is going to beat you with that wide black belt, and then he's not going to leave you anything. So we would go back to sleep. That was one night it seemed like daylight took forever to come so that we could get out of our bed early the next morning and see what Santa Claus has brought us. So when the time finally arrived and Santa Claus has come and gone, my mama said, yep, Santa has come and gone. The foot just start hitting the floor as my brothers and sisters and I run to the Christmas tree. And the Christmas tree was nothing like the tree here. We had pine trees that came from out of the woods. My brothers would go out in the woods and they would look for the nicest, fullest pine tree. But sometimes they didn't have any luck. So they would get two pine trees and put it together. And my sister would tie the pine tree together so it looked much fuller before she decorated for us. And putting the pine tree in a bucket of sand so that it would stay firm on the floor. Also, my sisters would go out in the woods and they would get this green vine that they would bring back to the house and drape around the frame of the door. So after Santa Claus has come and gone and we all enjoy our gift that we had, and you see like presents are wrapped here. Presents weren't wrapped. everything was put out on the chair, so we know that Santa came and dropped those presents off for us. We didn't have anything wrapped. And so when morning come and we were out, we had to wait till daylight. And because we were up, it was still dark. We probably got like 4:30. When light daylight came, my brothers and I, we quickly ran across the field to Grandma's house, wishing Grandma a happy, Merry Christmas. Grandma give us apple and orange and candy and cake. We don't we didn't even bother to eat breakfast because we were so excited. And so once we leave Grandma's house, we started making our rounds in the community. We went from house to house collecting our Christmas gift. And that's how the Gullah folks were. We would go to each house and they would give us our apple and orange and candy and nuts and piece of cake. And then we would do this all day long. And before sunset, we would make our way back home full, really, to eat dinner that Mama had prepared for us. But guess what? During Christmas time, it was not just only Christmas that we got to go around to our neighbors and got our Christmas treat from them. We had the whole following next week to gather all our goodies from our neighbors. The houses that we didn't get to go to, we finished making our round that entire week. I don't know, it just was a tradition. When Santa Claus come, then we have the whole week after that to go from house to house in the community. And the ladies in the house would make sure that we have our little Santa sack full with apple, orange, candy, nuts, and cake. And these ladies would bake constantly for all the children that went around from house to house in the community. It was such a wonderful time for the Gullah children during Christmas time, although they only got toys once a year. And so you could see the excitement building up in us as we truly enjoy Christmas. And don't get me wrong, we did not celebrate Christmas and no sign of decoration went up before Thanksgiving. We honor each holiday before the next holiday came in. And that's how the Gullah people celebrated Christmas. The end.